Imagine facing a storm, not the kind that rattles windows and sends trees crashing down, but an internal tempest that shakes your core. Your heart races, your mind spins, and panic claws at your every thought. In these moments of crisis, staying calm seems almost impossible. But what if I told you that over 2,000 years ago, a group of philosophers devised a method to remain unshaken amidst life's fiercest storms? Welcome to the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that holds the secrets to enduring and thriving in the face of adversity. Founded in the 3rd century BC by Zeno of Citium, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This philosophy, practiced by emperors, soldiers, and statesmen, offers timeless wisdom for maintaining inner peace and resilience. The first secret to staying calm in a crisis is understanding the dichotomy of control. According to the Stoics, life is divided into two realms: what we can control and what we cannot. Our thoughts, actions, and responses fall within our control. External events, like natural disasters, other people's actions, and random occurrences, do not. By focusing only on what we can control and accepting what we cannot, we free ourselves from unnecessary worry and stress. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound principle is the cornerstone of Stoic practice. It teaches us to shift our perspective and anchor our tranquility in our own actions and attitudes, rather than in the unpredictable world around us. Let's dive into another crucial aspect of Stoic wisdom: the power of perception. This principle teaches that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Think about it. Two people can face the same situation and react completely differently. One might see it as a disaster, while the other sees it as a challenge or even an opportunity. This difference in reaction stems from how each person perceives the event. The Stoics believe that by training our minds to perceive situations more objectively and calmly, we can greatly reduce our emotional turmoil. Consider the story of Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Despite enduring hardships that most of us can hardly imagine, Epictetus remained serene and composed. His secret was his ability to view events without letting emotions cloud his judgment. He famously said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." To harness the power of perception, start by practicing mindfulness. When a crisis hits, pause and take a deep breath. Instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, what is really happening here? What are the facts? Separate your immediate emotional response from the actual event. This mental shift can prevent you from spiraling into panic and help you approach the situation with a clearer, more rational mind. Another powerful technique is reframing. This involves consciously changing the way you interpret an event. For instance, instead of thinking, "This is a disaster," try asking, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I use this challenge to grow stronger?" By reframing your perspective, you can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of focusing on the present moment. Often, our anxiety is fueled by regrets about the past or fears about the future. By grounding yourself in the present, you can reduce these distractions and deal more effectively with the task at hand. As Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, advised, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Let's explore a technique that might seem counterintuitive, but is incredibly powerful in building resilience: negative visualization. Negative visualization involves imagining worst-case scenarios. While it might sound pessimistic, this practice helps you prepare for adversity and appreciate what you have. The Stoics believed that by contemplating potential misfortunes, you can reduce fear and anxiety about the unknown and strengthen your mental fortitude. Imagine for a moment that you've lost your job. Visualize the immediate consequences: financial strain, searching for new employment, the impact on your daily routine. As you delve into this scenario, consider how you would cope. What steps would you take to secure a new job? How would you manage your finances in the meantime? By confronting these possibilities mentally, you reduce their power to paralyze you with fear should they ever occur. Seneca, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, practiced negative visualization regularly. He wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By familiarizing yourself with potential hardships, you become better equipped to handle them calmly and effectively. Here are some practical steps to practice negative visualization. Set aside time. Dedicate a few minutes each day to contemplate possible challenges or losses. This could be during your morning routine or before bed. Visualize in detail. Imagine the situation vividly, including the emotions you might feel and the specific actions you would take to address the problem. Develop contingency plans. Think about practical solutions and coping strategies for each scenario. This prepares you to act swiftly and confidently if the situation arises. Find gratitude. Reflect on the positive aspects of your life that you might be taking for granted. Negative visualization can enhance your appreciation for what you have, fostering a sense of gratitude and contentment. Maintain perspective. Remember that the goal is not to dwell on negative outcomes, but to prepare for them. Balance your visualizations with positive affirmations and reflections on your strengths and achievements. By incorporating negative visualization into your routine, you can build a mental buffer against crises. This technique doesn't make you a pessimist. It makes you a realist with a fortified mindset, ready to face challenges head-on. Now let's delve into the concept of cultivating an internal locus of control, a fundamental Stoic principle that empowers you to focus on what lies within your control, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. An internal locus of control refers to the belief that you are responsible for your own life and the outcomes you experience. People with a strong internal locus of control feel empowered and capable, even in the face of adversity. They understand that while they cannot control external events, they can control how they respond to them. Consider the story of James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy admiral who was a prisoner of war for over 7 years during the Vietnam War. Stockdale, a student of Stoic philosophy, credited his survival to maintaining an internal locus of control. Despite enduring unimaginable hardships, he focused on controlling his own thoughts and actions, finding strength and resilience in the face of extreme adversity. He famously said, "I never lost faith in the end of the story. I never doubted not only that I would get out, but also that I would prevail in the end and turn the experience into the defining event of my life, which, in retrospect, I would not trade." To cultivate an internal locus of control, start by shifting your focus inward. Here are some practical steps to help you develop this mindset. Self-reflection. Regularly assess your thoughts and behaviors. Identify situations where you tend to blame external factors and consider how you can take responsibility for your responses instead. Set personal goals. Focus on goals that are within your control. Instead of setting objectives based on external validation, like getting a promotion, concentrate on actions you can take, such as improving your skills or increasing your productivity. Embrace responsibility. Take ownership of your actions and their consequences. When things go wrong, instead of blaming others or external circumstances, ask yourself what you can learn from the experience and how you can improve. Practice resilience. Build your resilience by facing challenges head-on. View obstacles as opportunities to develop your inner strength and character. Mindful awareness. Practice mindfulness to stay present and grounded. This helps you remain focused on what you can control in the moment, rather than getting overwhelmed by external events. By fostering an internal locus of control, you empower yourself to navigate crises with confidence and composure. You become the architect of your own experience, capable of maintaining calm and clarity even when the world around you is in turmoil. Part 5. Embracing discomfort. This principle teaches us that facing and accepting discomfort is essential for building resilience and mental strength. The Stoics believed that avoiding discomfort weakens us, making us more vulnerable to crises when they arise. By deliberately seeking out and embracing discomfort in controlled ways, we can develop the fortitude to withstand larger challenges. This practice, known as voluntary discomfort, can include activities such as fasting, exposing yourself to cold, or practicing physical exertion. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often subjected himself to harsh conditions to strengthen his character and resolve. He understood that by regularly experiencing discomfort, he could better handle the unpredictability and hardships of life. He wrote in his Meditations, "You should not say, 'It is unfortunate that this happened to me.' You should rather say, 'It is fortunate that this has happened to me, and I remain unharmed.'" Here are some practical ways to embrace discomfort and build resilience. Physical challenges. Engage in physical activities that push your limits, such as intense workouts, hiking, or cold showers. These activities not only strengthen your body, but also train your mind to endure and overcome discomfort. Fasting. Practice intermittent fasting or skip a meal occasionally. This helps you develop self-control and gratitude for the food you have, and it prepares you to handle periods of scarcity more effectively. Minimalism. Simplify your life by reducing your dependence on material possessions. Spend a day or a week living with fewer comforts, like sleeping on the floor or limiting your use of technology. This can help you appreciate the essentials and build mental toughness. Difficult conversations. Face challenging conversations or situations head-on rather than avoiding them. This builds emotional resilience and improves your ability to navigate conflicts and stress. Mindful acceptance. Practice mindfulness meditation to become more aware of and accepting of discomfort. By observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you can develop a more resilient and composed mindset. Embracing discomfort is not about seeking suffering for its own sake, but about training yourself to remain steady and composed in the face of life's inevitable challenges. By regularly stepping out of your comfort zone, you strengthen your ability to stay calm and focused during crises. Having explored the foundational Stoic practices, like the dichotomy of control, the power of perception, negative visualization, cultivating an internal locus of control, embracing discomfort, and journaling, we now turn to another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, practicing virtue and ethical living. This principle emphasizes living in accordance with your values and maintaining moral integrity, even in the face of adversity. The Stoics believed that virtue, defined as moral excellence, was the highest good and the key to a fulfilling life. They identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By practicing these virtues, we align ourselves with our true nature and maintain inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. 1. Wisdom. Wisdom involves making sound judgments and understanding the deeper nature of reality. In a crisis, wisdom helps you see beyond immediate fears and consider long-term consequences. It guides you to make decisions based on reason and knowledge rather than emotions. 2. Courage. Courage is the ability to face fears and challenges with resolve and determination. It's not the absence of fear, but the strength to act despite it. In difficult times, courage empowers you to take necessary actions, stand by your principles, and remain steadfast. 3. Justice. Justice involves treating others fairly and with respect. It means acting with integrity and honor, even when it's difficult. During crises, practicing justice ensures that your actions are ethical and considerate of others, fostering trust and cooperation. 4. Temperance. Temperance is the practice of self-control and moderation. It helps you avoid excess and maintain balance in your life. In a crisis, temperance prevents you from overreacting or making impulsive decisions driven by panic or desire. To integrate these virtues into your daily life, consider the following steps. Reflect on your values. Regularly review and reaffirm your core values. Consider how you can embody these values in your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Set virtuous goals. Align your goals with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Strive to achieve objectives that reflect these principles. Practice daily. Look for opportunities to practice virtues in everyday situations, whether it's making a fair decision, showing courage in a difficult conversation, or exercising self-control. Each small act contributes to your overall character. Seek role models. Learn from individuals who exemplify virtuous living. Study their actions and decisions and use them as inspiration for your own behavior. Hold yourself accountable. Regularly assess your actions and decisions against your virtues. Use journaling as a tool to reflect on your successes and areas for improvement. By practicing virtue and ethical living, you build a strong moral foundation that supports you in times of crisis. You become a beacon of integrity and resilience, capable of navigating adversity with grace and composure. Remember that the Stoic path is not about achieving a state of perpetual calm, but about developing a resilient mindset that helps you navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and composure. The Stoic principles we've explored serve as tools for personal growth and stability, offering a framework for facing crises with clarity and strength.